So I chose to do NFTs as the focus for my multimedia project because I don't really know much about NFTs, even though I've been aware of them since they really first broke onto the scene last year. And I did kind of keep my eye on what was going on with them, but as someone who doesn't know too much about crypto or anything like that, I never really engaged with it fully. So I thought I'd take this project as an opportunity to explore them. So the other part of my project being the showing you how to actually generate your own NFT layers, I thought I'd take a look at some existing NFTs and just review them, give my criticism and critique. I know some I've seen I really like, others I've seen not so much, not really that good looking. So let's take a look and see. First here, I'm gonna do Bored Ape Club, which is kind of like the most well-known, I would say, of NFT sets. A lot of celebrities have these actually, and this one's actually kind of notorious for having a pretty crude art style. It's definitely detailed, definitely something that took some time and effort to create, but I do agree with people who think it's a little bit gaudy, and there is a certain sameness to it, so it makes you wonder why this is the one that took off so much. Next up, I'm going to do Dour Darcels. This one's pretty interesting. Kind of reminds me of the Minions from Despicable Me, which is a compliment because I always thought those character designs were really good, but it also is kind of uninspired maybe. I do think that they could do a little bit more to make them different. The CGI ones, I think, sometimes look a little bit soulless. And I think these ones kind of have a soul, kind of don't. Alright, next up is On-Chain Monkey. This one is interesting. They kind of have two art styles. The one is this very simplistic, MS Paint is the best way to describe it. This looks like something I made in 2008 on MS Paint, sort of style, and I don't hate it. I actually think it's got a cool, nostalgic kind of aesthetic, but it's definitely a little bit on the simple side, and I think it's better than the other style that they have, which is very kind of photorealistic, and it takes a lot of the charm away, I think. And I don't know why this one has a Jackie Robinson jersey. Next up is CryptoPunks. Now, this is one of the biggest ones as well. I've seen this one a lot. And it's weird because somehow it has a ton of variety and yet no variety at the same time. And the art style is definitely on the more simple side. I don't think it looks especially good, but I've certainly made stuff that kind of looks like this before, so it's hard for me to rip on it. But I do think they don't even have different backgrounds, so you would just think there would be more to it. So next up is Illogix. This one kind of caught my eye, especially this one here that looks kind of like a mix between a Polywhirl and a Keith Haring piece. I just think the geometric designs and the kind of funky aesthetic has a lot of personality, so this one gets a thumbs up for me. Next up we have Impostors. Now these seem to have like a lot of metaverse functionality, I guess, but I'm not focusing on that for this. This is just an art critique. So these, they're ugly. I think they're ugly. And they're clearly put a lot of effort into these, and they do look well made, if that makes sense, but the art style is just atrocious. There's no aesthetic. I get no aesthetic pleasure from this whatsoever. Next up we have Unemployables, and if I thought Crypto Bros was simple, then this, they don't even have a mouth on these. And they just kind of look samey to me. I do like, it seems like they have a lot of pets you can put on them, so I guess that's cool if you're a pet person. Maybe you like Unemployables. So next up we have Azuki, I think is how you pronounce it. And this one, this is nice. This one's very popular right now. And I can understand why, because I mean, who doesn't like an anime profile picture? And these are like the ultimate anime profile picture. Last but not least, we have Moonbirds. Now this one is apparently at the top of like the NFT charts right now. And I can kind of see why. It's got a nice pixel art style, very well rendered. But I feel like to be number one, you should be a little bit better than this. I don't know what would be better exactly, but I feel like this can't be the best we can do. But it's still really nice art style overall. Alright, well those were my NFT reviews. I really hope you enjoyed, and yeah, have a nice rest of your day.